Morning everyone, and welcome back to a very snowy, mindful homestead. If you saw our last video, then you know we were having some issues with the Kubota, which led to the driveway not being plowed out fully. The issues that we were having, I'm either 99% sure that they were gelling related, like it was cold, it was really cold the night before, and possibly the diesel fuel gelled up on us, or it was an ice in the fuel issue. In either case, I got diesel from a place I haven't typically gotten diesel before for the tractor, and it didn't work out. I'm headed to Tractor Supply now. I'm gonna get some diesel 911, which is a fuel treatment or a comparable fuel treatment. We're gonna dump that in the Kubota, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it works for us. I'm coming up on our driveway here, and I'm gonna have to pull over and lock my hubs because I have manually locking hubs on the truck. Not a big deal, but you know, something you got to be aware of. I don't want to start up the driveway. I can't just pop it into four-wheel drive from inside the truck. I got to stop it, put it in 4 high, and then get out and lock those hubs. Now I'm going to take you back to the truck so I don't leave a camera in the middle of the road. Ended up buying the stable diesel fuel stabilizer. Stabilizer. They didn't have the diesel 911, which I've read is pretty good. But this stuff, I mean, it's got to be all the same stuff in the bottles anyway. They all remove moisture. They're all stabilized fuel. So 1 ounce of this will treat up to 10 gallons of fuel. We've got 5 gallons in the Kubota. I literally just filled it. So I am going to pour this in, slosh it around a little bit, let it sit for maybe 10-15 minutes, and then I'll come out and start the tractor and see what happens. All right, she's in there. I'm gonna let that sit for 10-15 minutes, do its magic, and then we'll come back out and try to start it up. Moment of truth. Let's start this thing up, or I guess let's try to start it up and see what happens. Here's the fuel pump, that's good. So that's a good sign, I'm guessing. She started up last night, but wasn't happy about it when I got her back into the garage. Let's give her like 10 minutes to warm up. I'm hoping that the treated diesel makes its way up to the engine. If there was any water in the lines or ice crystals or anything like that, fingers crossed it takes care of it, because there's no way, at least I don't think, that this Mazda is going to get down that driveway. Right as I said that. So at this point, I've pulled the fuel line off the injector pump, and I have the line in a mason jar to see if the fuel pump is able to get any diesel to the engine itself. So you can probably hear the fuel pump pumping, and you can see there's no fuel coming out of that. We're probably iced up or gelled up or something. It's no good. Here I'm pulling off the second of the 2 fuel filters. This is the fuel filter closest to the engine. I'm going to be looking for ice or anything else that could be clogging up the filter and preventing diesel from getting to the injector pump. I got that fuel filter off. Let's see if we're getting fuel. It's pumping fuel where it wants to. Definitely looks like there's water in it though. And this was the second fuel filter. I don't even want to know what the first fuel filter looks like. So I got that fuel filter off and didn't see anything in the lines. And then I pulled the fuel filter itself and I found the problem. I don't know how well the camera's picking that up, but that right there is a big old ice plug right on the incoming side of the fuel filter. So double-edged sword on this. One, I found the problem, and I was right about the problem. I had said I thought that it was putting the fuel filter in a bottle for transport because I don't want to get diesel over my truck. So I thought the problem was water in the diesel, and I was right. The problem is I've got water in the diesel. So I'm gonna go to the auto parts store, the local place. I'm hoping they've got some inline diesel filters I can grab. Yeah, that's really all I can hope for right now, is that they have inline diesel filters, that the fuel treatment that I put in earlier has treated enough of the fuel system to where it's not going to become an issue. It's not going to still be an issue. It's not going to freeze up again. Fingers crossed again. And that we can get the rest of this driveway plowed. I do have a buddy with a rear-mounted 3-point snowblower up the road. I called him. He said he was on his roof raking at the time. He may come over. Nate, thanks a ton if you watch this video. So if he shows up while I'm not here, Jackie's mom will be able to leave. If he doesn't show up when I get back, hopefully I can call him off and not make him take time out of his day. So let's go get some filters. We're back. Got a couple diesel filters. I'm going to replace these. The first one is really easy. The second one is tucked pretty far up and under. So I will try to get some filming of it. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I'll try to show you guys how I do it. Actually wasn't too bad. I hear the fuel pump running. I don't hear or see fuel hitting the ground. That's filled. Let's give it a shot. Give it a few minutes to run and see what happens. She warmed up all right, and I pulled her out just to give it a little test before I head down the driveway, and she's doing okay, so let's give it a shot. So everything's working fine now, but this is not. I gotta call our dealer and see what's what, because it's still under warranty. So in the 2 minutes I had this thing parked, you can see what's under it. So we got to figure this out. The hydraulic fluid is something I'll have to figure out. It's pretty common on these machines. It's been talked about before. The flat face connectors are just not that great. We haven't had issues so far, but now we are apparently. It's not the hugest issue on the planet though, because it is due for service, and while it was service I was going to do myself, I can call the dealer and have it picked up and have it figured out that way. So it's not the end of the world. I'll just have them do the service and then figure out what's going on with the hydraulic couplers. All in all though, glad it was just something as simple as changing out the fuel filters on this. Otherwise it could have been a much bigger deal and something I didn't really want to tackle with the driveway completely covered with snow. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.